Welcome to AI in 10. I'm Chuck Goetschel, and every day my AI clone breaks down the biggest AI story in 10 minutes or less. What it is, why it matters, and how you can actually use it. Here's what's happening right now in the AI world that could change how you think about your own digital privacy. Earlier this week, Google quietly pushed an AI-powered update to Chrome browsers worldwide. No fanfare, no announcement, no, hey, would you like us to analyze everything you do online? It just appeared. Which is basically the tech equivalent of your neighbor installing security cameras in your backyard while you're at work. The update introduces what Google calls intelligent browsing assistance, and before you roll your eyes at another corporate buzzword, this one actually matters. Your browser is now watching how you navigate websites, what you click on, how long you spend reading articles, even how you scroll. It's building a detailed profile of your online behavior to make suggestions, predict what you want to do next, and optimize your browsing experience. Now, Google says this is all happening locally on your device. The data isn't being sent to their servers, at least not yet. But here's the thing about AI features that start as local only. They have a funny way of becoming cloud enhanced once people get used to them. Let me break down what's actually happening when you browse now. Every time you visit a website, Chrome's AI is taking notes. It notices you always check your bank account after reading financial news. It sees that you spend extra time on job listings in certain industries. It tracks whether you're a fast reader or someone who scrolls back up to reread sections. The AI uses something called behavioral pattern recognition. Think of it like having a really attentive personal assistant who remembers everything you've ever done and tries to anticipate your next move. Except this assistant never takes a day off, never forgets anything, and is owned by one of the largest data companies in human history. Google's pitch is convenience. The browser will start suggesting articles you might want to read based on your patterns. It'll preload websites it thinks you're about to visit. It might even rearrange your bookmarks based on your actual usage instead of how you organized them 6 months ago. But here's where it gets interesting for your daily life. This isn't just about browsing anymore. It's about your digital habits becoming data points. That could influence everything from the ads you see to the job opportunities that get surfaced to you online. Let's talk about what this means for you personally, because this goes way beyond just your web browser. First, your browsing patterns reveal more about you than you might realize. The AI can probably figure out if you're job hunting, having relationship problems, dealing with health issues, or planning major purchases, all just from how you navigate the internet. That's like someone being able to read your diary just by watching which books you pull off the shelf at a library. If you're in sales, marketing, or any job where you research competitors online, this data could paint a picture of your professional strategies. If you're job hunting, it might detect that pattern and start showing you different types of content, which could be helpful or could make you feel like your privacy has been invaded. For parents, this is especially important. If your kids use your computer, their browsing patterns are getting mixed in with yours. The AI might think you're suddenly very interested in teenage drama or college applications when really it's just capturing your family's combined digital footprint. Here's something most people don't consider. This data could eventually be used to create what I call a digital personality profile. Insurance companies, employers, and financial institutions are all getting more sophisticated about using online behavior to make decisions about people. Today it's just making your browsing more convenient. Tomorrow it might influence your loan approval or job application. The work-from-home reality makes this even more significant. Your personal browsing and work browsing are probably happening on the same device. That means the AI is seeing both your professional research patterns and your personal interests, creating a more complete picture of who you are than either your employer or Google might have had before. But here's the opportunity hidden in all this, and yes, there is one. Understanding how AI systems analyze behavior can actually make you better at your own job. If you're in marketing, sales, customer service, or any role where understanding people matters, you're getting a masterclass in behavioral pattern recognition just by paying attention to what Chrome's AI notices about you. So what can you actually do about this today? Let me give you something concrete you can try right now. First, take control of what data you're sharing. Open Chrome, go to Settings, then Privacy and Security, then Site Settings. Look for a new section called AI and Personalization. You can turn off the behavioral analysis entirely, or you can set it to only analyze certain types of browsing. I recommend keeping it on for productivity sites where suggestions might actually help you, but turning it off for personal, financial, or health-related browsing. Here's a smarter approach. Create separate browser profiles for different parts of your life. Use one Chrome profile for work, another for personal browsing, and maybe a third for anything sensitive like banking or medical information. The AI will build different behavioral patterns for each profile, which gives you more control over what kind of digital footprint you're creating where. If you want to see what the AI has learned about you, and trust me, you should look at this, go to your Google account settings and look for AI Insights under the Privacy tab. It'll show you what behavioral patterns Chrome has detected. Some of it will be scarily accurate. Some of it will be completely wrong, which actually tells you something important about how these systems work. For those of you who are more technically inclined, consider using Firefox or Safari for sensitive browsing while keeping Chrome for general use. But honestly, all the major browsers are heading in this direction, so learning to manage AI-powered browsing is a skill you're going to need regardless. Here's something practical you can do right now. Spend 10 minutes this weekend consciously changing your browsing patterns. Visit some websites outside your normal routine. Read articles on topics you don't usually explore. Search for things unrelated to your typical interests. This isn't about fooling the AI, it's about understanding how much your digital routine reveals about you. Plus, you might discover something interesting you wouldn't have found otherwise. The bigger lesson here is that AI isn't just coming to our phones and computers, it's already embedded in tools we use every day. Learning to work with these systems rather than just letting them work on us is becoming as important as any other digital skill. The reality is that AI-powered browsing is probably going to make our online experience more efficient and personalized. But efficiency and privacy don't have to be mutually exclusive. You just need to be intentional about the trade-offs you're making. Your browser knowing you well enough to be helpful is fine, as long as you're the one deciding what helpful means. That's today's AI in 10. If you want to go deeper and learn AI with a community of people just like you, join us at aihammock.com. I'll see you tomorrow, my friends.